Hello, my name's David, I'm an environment artist, and welcome to another Metroid Prime 4 video. So I thought I'd bring us back to Fury Green, the first area, because there's some cool stuff here, essentially. So, kind of midway through, and got to this very sort of flavoursome area. It's really good. You spend some time in the outdoors amongst the greenness of that sort of big tree, and it starts getting all overgrown and sort of gloomy and a bit spiky, and it's got a great sort of aesthetic to it, and we will explore it. So yeah, this is kind of like deep down in the thick growth, probably like near the roots of the tree, I suppose. But it all starts to get like rather spiky with all this sort of stuff here. It's really quite cool, and it's quite a different vibe from the rest of Fury Green. This is like the sort of dark underbelly. But again, look at all that lovely normal maps and spec maps, just really catching the light. Oh, what was that? Oh, who's getting me? Who's getting me? I think it was that spike. So, aware of you, Spike. There you go. Right. Maybe I'll just clear off these bits here, because slightly harmful. Who got me then? Someone got me then. Ugh. Dangerous place down here. Anyway, I keep trying to get close to this. Look at that. That's just that's flat polys, essentially, isn't it? There's just big flat poly there. And, look, you can see the sort of angling on the edges of the geometry, really low res. But anything other than like mega close up, I mean, it even holds up reasonably well there, doesn't it? But as it's catching the light, it just has all the shape. It really shows what you can do with a low poly yet great material sort of setup. I mean, look at all that. It's sort of glistening, isn't it? It's really catching the light on each of those shapes. It's really impressive. And I've heard quite a lot of talk about, people don't like, it looks rubbish, it looks like outdated. Can't play it because it's, doesn't look like a PC game, essentially. And yeah, I mean, I love the PC super graphic fanciness as much, if not more than anyone, having made a career of making that sort of stuff, but this here, it's like a return to sort of back in the day. There's no real fancy techniques getting used. It's just relying on the good old tried and tested, like low poly, great use of bold, specular, and normal maps. I mean, about as fancy as it's getting is height-based blending, I think. Although not everywhere. This is quite a good example here of non-height based blending. You can see we're going from this sort of green grass into the pebbles here and earth, and right about here you can see the linear blend of it. You can see there's like probably about 50% of this green, 50% of the gravel path, and they're just blended linearly across probably that distance there, across those polys. Whereas your height-based blends, they blend in between the low spots, and you get that beautiful sort of realistic looking blends and stuff. And I'm fairly certain that they are using height-based blending in places. I mean, it looks very much like they are, but not everywhere. Because those shaders are more expensive, aren't they? But other than that, that's about as fancy as it gets. I can't really see any parallax, although some of the materials do look good enough to have a touch of that. But the jury's out. I've not really been able to actually definitively find out. And so for the most part, we're not using fancy stuff as far as I can see. It's like stuff I would do back in the day. You're really just relying on core modeling skills to get a good, interesting shape with the least possible amount of polys. Because like nowadays, like your poly budget is virtually unlimited in AAA games. you know, it's the least expensive thing pretty much. You know, it's all in the materials nowadays, and how the light reacts with it. You know, so it shows what you can do with modern texturing, you know, like a PBR workflow with low poly work here. PBR is physically based rendering, if you don't know that. And that's basically generating textures or authoring. Generating has the whiff of AI nowadays, doesn't it? And I don't mean that at all. I mean authoring by an artist textures that will react to light in the way that it does in the real world. And you know, there are specific values for things like, you know, soil, grass, rock, any surface, sand, whatever. There's a whole list of attributes dictating how that surface will react to the light, and then from that generating great normal maps and spec maps. And you know, the PBR workflow is, you know, really good, and it's what allows Metroid to look so good with so little polys. So you look here, right? See, this to me looks like height-based blending. Can you see how that is blending in between, conveniently, the darker area on the rock, which means a sort of lower point or an indentation, a concavity, if you will. And there's none of that 50% blending for, you know, like look here, this is a great spot to highlight this. You know, you get that fuzzy look to the texture. If this was height-based blended here, you would have the grass threading in between these rocks where the red sand is. You know, you see, because this is possibly height-based blended here, where the red goes in between the rocks. It might just be a really good texture though, you know, included in the texture of the red sand and the sort of slightly pinky rock there. But here, no, that's just a blend. 50% green, 50% gravel. And you get sort of rather fuzzy edge going along. But here, you know, you get defined edges where, you know, it's sitting in the indentations. You'd be painting the vertex here, or vertices. You'd be painting the green colour, and as you paint it over, say all this, painting, and it will be filling in the lower parts first. It's a brilliant technique. I think it's just like one of the best innovations in texturing of the last 10 years, you know. Because, you know, you can throw whatever lighting you want, you know, ray tracing, whatever. You can have palms everywhere, but height-based blending gives a really authentic look between different textures, so long as you've authored them correctly, of course. And like height-based blending feeds really well. Ooh, what we got in there? Did I see something in there? Is there some little power-up in there? Looks like we've got a power-up in there. I wonder if I can get in there. But yeah, sorry. Height-based blending is great because if you can use POMs with that, the parallax shaders will use your height maps that dictate the low and high points for painting the textures. That defines your layers in the parallax as well. So they're a great combo, those. So, right. Oh, can I get in there? Yes, I can, because I've got my flame weapon. Sweet. Shot expansion acquired. Ah, cool, right. See, it's great, isn't it? I've got this new flame weapon, and revisiting these spots in true Metroidvania style allows us to, you know, get more goodies and stuff. So let's carry on through this, the dark underbelly of Fury Green. Excellent. Hello. See you later. Oh, I got distracted there. I was looking at the scenery, and the baddie was just sort of having a free run with me, wasn't it? But never mind. Right, yeah, so there we go. Nice stuff. And we'll carry on. We're heading to... Whoops, again, I keep pressing that button by accident. We're going to head on to our hub. Sort out some stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to drop off some green crystals in the receptacle of vegetation, or whatever it's called. So, but we'll see Mackenzie as well. See if he's got anything to say for himself. Now, I've been calling it a Powerball, haven't I? Why have I been calling it a Powerball? I don't know. But it's the Morphball, isn't it? Of course. Where's the Powerball from? But Morphball it is, of course, as someone rightly pointed it out. You are right to be enraged. Yes. It's okay. Don't mind. Right. Oh, more again. Let's put a bit of speed uppage. I love these sections here. Aren't they great? You know, you've got your two types of Morphball passageways. You know, these very constricted ones that just fit the ball through, which are great for streaming assets in toward where you're headed, because it draws the view right in. So loading stuff in that could be coming to soon. And now it widens out a little bit into this. Yeah, it just gives you a bit more freedom, but it always looks really cool. And it's fun. Even just the audio of the ball rolling, I love it. And I love the colour. Yeah, check that out. So now we've come out from the very sort of dark, spiky zone. Oh, another one. Yes. Gone. Nice particles as well. Oh. Anyone else? Oh. Right. Oh, it's tricky, aren't you? Oh. Anyone else? Oh, you're there. Hello. Come on, keep going. Okay. Okay. You want to go this way? Interesting. Right. Through here. And then we'll head into the desert again. My favourite desert. And we will go to what's it called? Ice Belt. What's it called? Ice Belt? Yeah, this sort of ice area. Have a little look at that. Lots of nice goodies to hoover up. And across that bridge, which we saw in one of the videos, a lovely view of all this, isn't it? I think great. And we're sort of, yeah, we've been right in amongst that tree. Ah, look at that. Could do some of that. I bet that's quite nice to fall upon you. This lovely green energy. Nice. Right, let's morphball it. With our speed power. Just zooming along. Not even bothering with those guys because we've got a morphball. We're okay. Whoa! Whoops. Okay, I'm forced to deal with you then. My terrible driving. Oh, and you. And you. Bye-bye. And bye-bye 3. I'm not sure whether Mackenzie's got any goodies for us or not. I don't think I've picked up anything. Yeah. Oh, more. A few Abby's lurking around, aren't there? Oh, and you up there. Right. See you later. Oh, I forgot. I've got low ammo. But if I hold it in, it's got like a triple shot. It fires 3 in rapid succession. So, this looks like I'll be able to destroy it, doesn't it? But I don't think I can. No, okay. Through the hallowed halls of aliendom. Special materials. Right, there's our mech friend that came with us. I wonder if that'll ever fly again. Oh, this needed a high explosive. I wonder. Try it, can't we? No, it's not that. It's not that either. Okay, so that's something that we've not yet acquired. To get in that. I wonder what's inside it. Oh, I'm intrigued. Oh, there might be another. There's a room with some elemental doors. Oh, hi Mackenzie. Any new goodies? Any new goodies?
Have you explored everything in Ice Belt? Better make sure you didn't miss anything.
Well, I almost certainly missed quite a few things in Ice Belt because we've not got all the requisite equipment yet. But we've got this thing here. Let's go and feed some green crystals.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
into the receptacle of green crystals. Excellent. Tunnels. There it is. The deposit of green energy crystals at the altar of legacy. There, that's what it's called, isn't it? Right. I don't know what this does, actually. This is really the first time I've dropped any significant number of them off, so... Ooh. Ah. The tree likes it. It's going to give us some goodies. No. Okay. Slightly underwhelming. No. Alright. Let's scan you though. Okay. Presumably when we get a certain amount we'll get something, I guess. Right. Back. We'll go... Well, Mackenzie's not got anything for us, so we'll head to the desert.
Welcome home.
Yep. Goodbye.
Have fun out there.
Oh, right. I think we might be able to interact with this. Because what I've got is a sort of a hook sort of thing. Like a... Oh, no, it's not. No, I've got like a sort of laser hook shot thing that I can pull things with. But it doesn't seem to be interactable in that way, you know? Current, yeah, right. So that obviously does, there'll be a sort of electricity gun on the way. And so that'll be what that's for. Right. Bye. And in here, I've got some elemental doors. And because I've got my flame weapon here, so I wonder. Let's have a look. Well, that's ice there, but does that need an ice gun specifically? I guess it does, yeah. So, I mean, I've got the flame. Yeah, this is electric. Ah, so maybe it's... Yeah, we need ice and electricity. There isn't a flame-related door, it seems. So, okay, fair enough. Well, cool. Who knows what will happen? Right. Take our kind of cargo firing super gun. I'll see you there. And here we are. Powerball it. Right. Get the old bike out. I love this motorbike. Again, there seems to be some contention with the bike, doesn't there? But I think it's great. I think it fits in really well with Samus's overall design. You know, it just... You know, I mean, it fits in really well. That gun is brilliant. Very satisfying to use. But, you know, check it out. Oh, more of you. 3 in 1. Excellent. Right, let's get going. Yeah, it's a really fun bike. I think it suits Samus perfectly. Fits in well. It kind of, you know, it's consistent with her spaceship and her suit. And what better way to, you know, explore this big old expanse. Now, there are some things to do in this as well. You know, this big desert. There's what I've noticed. There's some like shrine type things where you can, you know, there's power-ups and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not just all empty. But I love it for its size. It's great. I mean, it doesn't need to do anything, does it really? I mean, this is like, you know, it's the space in between all the levels, all the sort of elemental themed levels, isn't it? And as such, it doesn't really need to do a great deal, you know? It's just providing that sense of space giving you a look at the world as a whole. And, you know, it's just got some light activity. See, there's a shrine underneath there. I think I've done that one, actually. But, you know, well worth visiting. So, I've gone past it. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I think it's such fun. I mean, the control is brilliant. I think it works really well. It's easy to control, and it's great fun. Yeah, it's cool. Right, anyway, I'm distracted. So there's Fury Green over there. Wow, excellent. And into Ice Belt, in those mountains. Love that specularity that the sand just catches, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure about these big rock things. I'm not sure how you actually interact with those ones yet. I've not figured that out. So let's go. Presumably an upgrade down the line. Okay, so these are the kind of rather cumbersomely sort of named psychic boot platforms. There's a bit of a psychic vibe going through the whole thing. I mean, it's just insert any word there, really. I mean, they've chosen to call it psychic. All this sort of scanning here, this psychic controllable missile sort of thing that's going on, and then your ability to sort of scan things to create platforms and things, all psychic ability. I mean, you know, it might as well be anything really, but that's what they've chosen to call it. That's the name of it. So into Ice Belt, and there's obviously some. Oops, again. There's something. Mackenzie keeps telling me something that I've missed down here, but let's just have a, you know, a general little mooch around, a little taster of it. So, I mean, let's have a look at this sand as it's been painted in. Again, you know, that's a dead giveaway for height-based blending. The sand, look, unless they've put a lot of work into hand blending these, but that would require a lot of geometry. And basically, that's just a massive flat plane. So I can't imagine that they would then go to the trouble of subdividing this flat plane to give edges and verts to support this fine level of painting the sand in here. I mean, that would just be totally counterproductive. So I'm pretty convinced that that's height-based blending going in there. And it's great. It works really well, doesn't it? You know, it's again, it's another one of those tricks. A bit like POMs are tricking you into thinking that there's more geometry there. Height-based blending is tricking you into thinking that there's actually a lot more detail there than there really is. So, all great stuff. So, yeah, this is like a sort of research station in the ice, and I started thawing it out actually, but still plenty of ice there. Yeah, it was like a sort of alien research thing, genetic experiments and all that sort of stuff. And I was quite pleased to see like the main boss of this area. Not a problem. I've actually been managing the bosses in this fine. I'm on normal difficulty, standard, for once. I'm not playing on easy, but I thought, well, I'll try it on normal, see how we go on. And yeah, it's been fine. It's absolutely fine. So, seeing the ice vibe coming on. Oh, there's some bat-like beasts. See you later, bat beasts. Okay. So, lots of nice glittery specularity on the ice. It's a really nicely done ice sort of surface. And all this sort of frosty metal. Yeah, it's good. Right. See you later. What I'm looking for actually is there's some really cool tunnels for the Morphball that kind of allow you to traverse quite a large expanse. You know, you kind of get all the way down into the depths of the base, and one of those things, a bit like in Skyrim, where once you get to the end of a dungeon, usually kind of follow the river, and it'll give you a quick exit out. And this is similar. It gives you a sort of quick exit out with these pipes. Now, isn't this nice though? This frozen wilderland. Yeah. Lovely. I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with that, is there? That's really good. And notice our weapon as well. It's got a bit of hoarfrost on it, hasn't it? Check out that, and the light's just hitting it. It's cool, isn't it? It would be amazing if when you do stuff like, not that one, like that it would melt it around those exhaust vents that the guns got, wouldn't it? That would be really cool, but sadly, we're not gone quite so detailed now. But, you know, that's just like little additions. Now, this ice is really nice as well. Let's get to... Yes, I know, I've got low ammo. It's fine. It's not a problem. Not a problem. There was a bit in particular. Now, where's the bit in particular I was looking at? Can't find it. Maybe it's in another area. But, yeah. Really nice icy surface. That's cool. Right. Onward, Powerball. Love how the Powerball cast that glow on the ground. It's a shame that the bike doesn't do the same. Didn't notice that purple glow coming from the bike. I don't think. Alright, off we go. Right. Look at that. Cool ice, isn't it? Yeah. Really nicely done. Okay. I believe that it's up there, so that's a lift that goes down, down, down into the depths. But we're not going to do that today. Nice. Oh. That the color palette's really nice in this as well. I love this sort of amber, yellow glow. That's that needs the electricity gun, that bit. So, but what we're gonna do, we'll just have a little ooh, something in there as well, isn't there? I've not managed to get in. But Morphball, we'll just have a little mooch about down these tunnels. I love these. They're just such a fluid way to traverse the levels. And then, oopsie, and then you know you get these side-on bits as well, which are really fun. Plop. Okay, down we go. Plop. Ooh, which way? We'll go. I think it's this way. And then it continues on, and it sort of threads its way through the sort of interior gubbins of the whole facility. So carry on there. It's a nice mist, isn't it, in the air? Cool. I mean, you know, it's not giving you any surprises in terms of, you know, the game. It's very much like Metroid Prime 3 that I played all those years ago. 23 years ago, something like that. You know, it's everything that I expected, and I'm certainly not disappointed. So, these genetic experiments have kind of burst their way out here. We reactivated stuff. Yes. Prospect of trouble. Right. Down here. Oh, hello. Goodbye. I think we'll head downstairs. Powerball it. Navigation designed around the Morphball. Really nice. Lots of slopey ramps and stuff. quite an interesting aesthetic, isn't it? It's almost black and white, almost monotone, really, isn't it? But then you get, you know, these sort of elements of colour coming in, you know, drawing your attention. Right, so I think we'll go. Well, they're in lockdown, so we're not going in there. Let's follow it around here. Cool. Yes, so these are like alien cryopods of some kind. And yeah, all this is the fluid that's sort of drained out of these. Yeah, these baddies. Yes. Dangerous baddies. So, oh, here we go. Got a little tunnel here. Let's head through here. Look at that glow as it goes through the tunnel. Lovely. Excellent. I love these tunnels. They're great. Oop. Some mild obstacles to traverse. Excellent. A good way of getting about. Here we are. Out some very interesting kind of medical procedure robot thing. But check out the material on it there, that pearlescence. It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah. That's kind of synonymous with the alien technology and alien constructions and stuff. Yeah, really nice. There we go. So for me, next is one of the other areas, I think. Although Mackenzie keeps telling me there's something down here that I need to look into, but so I'll continue having a little mooch around here. Right, so I think I'll leave it there. Thanks for joining me on this one. Hope that was interesting. And I'll see you again soon. Take it easy. Bye.